What's going on? It's Bill Burr for the Anything Better podcast. We got a read here for BetMGM. Oh, geez, Billy's reading here. BetMGM. BetMGM is offering $1,500 in free bets to get your season going in Week 15. Where the hell have you been? What, were you in a coma? Going through a breakup? How to get this offer in 4 easy steps. Number 1, you download the BetMGM Sports app on iOS or Android and use the code BURR, B-U-R-R, or visit betmgm.com/Burr. Number 2, sign up and deposit at least $10 into your BetMGM Sportsbook account. Number 3, place your wager and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if the bet loses. Can I just do that and just take like the $1,490 and walk? You must put it back into the pot. Number 4, if the bet does lose, your bonus bets will be available once your initial wager is settled. I love how they give you $1,500 like back in the day. The Coke dealer would give you a couple of free bumps. Then they got you. First touchdown offer. Simply place a prop bet on the player to score the first touchdown in any NFL game. If your player doesn't score first, but instead scores second, you'll get your stack back in cash. There you go, people. Bet responsibly. Don't be stupid. Make sure you get the broad, the dude, the they, whoever's in your life. You know, maybe you're asexual. Now who's going to tell you you're betting too much on the friggin' Panthers? All right, that's it. Have a nice day. Andrew, where are you? There you are. I was getting scared. I was so scared.
Here we are.
All right, who did he take? He took the Bengals? I hate that bet.
So, yeah, I'm going to drop in
took the
Paul
Bengals,
right
he
now
took the Bills.
with a video of his picks.
I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals -5. All right. I think they're going to make a last-minute run here. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to take Cincinnati -5. I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints +7.5. I am also going to take the Dolphins +3. Oh, man, this week is Paulie underdogs. Yeah, so the Dolphins, I'm going to take +3. And then I am going to take the Buffalo Bills getting 2.5 against the best team in the NFL, the Detroit Lions. I think Buffalo can make this a game or even win it. So I'm going to see what Josh Allen and them can do. So those are my picks.
He took the Bengals, the Bills, the Dolphins, and who else?
The Saints.
Oh, when those Saints go marching in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, when them Saints go marching in, I want to be along in that number. Do, 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 do. All right, here we go. You ready? Oh,
Yeah,
I
let's
love it
do
on
it.
the screen.
Go for it.
All right, how you doing? It's old Billy Redface all by himself. All by myself. Paul Virzi is, I don't know what happened to him. He got arrested for being Italian in Dallas. He's on his way back from Dallas to get to the motherland, New York City. You know, it's funny. Somebody said to me, I was having this argument with somebody and they were going like, because I always make fun of New York just to get them going, you know? And he was going, New York is the cultural epicenter of the world. And I just bursted out laughing. And then he pulled up like shit on the internet that actually said that. And my favorite thing goes, there's over 800 different languages spoken here. English is spoken there. That's it. And then maybe you hear 800 accents. Stop acting like you're getting into a cab and the guy's like, Guten Tag, yeah?
Yeah.
And I also love most of the people I know in New York are just like Boston. We're fucking meatheads. And I'm just picturing these meatheads in New York just going, New York is the fucking Paris of Americas. Don't you wish you played for the Knicks? Just go get yourself a bacon, egg, and cheese and try to do basic math in your head, you dumb fuck. All right. No, New York's a great city, but not because of New Yorkers. I'm talking about white New Yorkers. Most of the great white New Yorkers came from somewhere else and dominated your city because you were too busy buying a Yankee fitted and some Jordan 1s. All right, there you go. Little roast action. All right. But I do love New York. You know, I love New York. Just the way, I love those glass towers that no one can afford. It's fantastic. What a cultural epicenter of the Illuminati. All right, so I'm doing this by myself. Last week, everybody, I got frustrated with trying to figure out what was going to happen, and I decided that I was going to bet the exact opposite of what I thought was going to happen. And guess what, Jake? Guess what, Andrew? I went 3-1. Nice. I was a half a point from going 4-0. 4-0.
Well,
Panthers are playing the Eagles. The Eagles are going to blow out the Panthers. I'll take the Panthers. The Bills are playing the Rams. Their coach is combing his hair forward at this point. He's so stressed out trying to run that team. There's no way to beat the Bills. I take the Rams. I win that one. Then I took the Buccaneers because I fucking love Baker Mayfield. They win. And then I had the Cowboys were playing whoever Monday night. Was it the Bengals?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 6.5. They lost by 7.
Oof.
So now here's what you do. As a gambler, you have one good week, and then what do? You're like, oh, dude, I cracked the fucking code. Here we go. I'm going to bet a bunch of shit that doesn't make sense. I'm not falling for that trap. I'm going to go back to my dumb picks of not watching the NFL on any level. All right. Jake the Snake, can you explain to me why a 12-1 team that has the referees in their back pocket, their front pocket, and their fucking lapel is playing a 3-10 team, and they're only 4-point favorites?
It has something to do with injuries. I think it just has to do. I think Vegas is just tired of them not covering. I think they haven't covered in like 2 months or something. So I think they're.
Why would Vegas be tired of that? They would only be tired if they were losing money on them.
Well, actually, that's true. Good point. Yeah, but the Chiefs haven't covered a number in a long time. So that could be the only explanation.
You're such a sweetheart. I thought you were going to argue with me. And you're like, oh, that's a good point. Do you know how bad I wish I could do that? I fucking love you, Jake. All right.
Thanks.
-4. Chiefs versus the goddamn Browns. You know what? I hate that fucking game. That just seems, that seems obvious. The Chiefs are going to fucking cover that all day long, right?
Seems very obvious.
Well, guess what I'm going to do, Jake? Because I'm a maverick. Because I'm a rebel. Fucking draw a line on the ground. You watch me cross it. Whose act am I doing? At least Jason. I'm doing Fred Stoller's act. I'm going to take the Browns. Getting 4 points. Because why not, Jake?
Why not?
Why not? Because does it make sense? Does any of this make sense? Virzi took the
What's
Saints.
the funniest way that game opens? Just like a fumble, touchdown recovery fumble.
Yeah, none of it makes sense.
Probably James.
I feel like the Chiefs will be covering into the fourth quarter. And then Mahomes, hey, they tipped the ball, whatever the fuck. Dude, what about last week? Jesus Christ.
Oh.
The guy took his helmet off in the end zone. Unsportsmanlike conduct. They told him to put his fucking helmet back on.
Terrible.
What is going on? Do the refs know the game's on TV? That's my question. It's getting to be like wrestling. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes must make it at least to the AFC Championship game. You know what it is. You know what it is. They don't have. There's nobody else playing at his level. There just isn't. He doesn't have the Montana Elway. I'm telling you. And until they do, they're just going to be getting all the calls.
Josh Allen, sorta.
God bless him. Have you ever been to Kansas City?
Looks very cold.
All right. The Ravens are favored by 16 against the Giants. The Giants going for a number 1 draft pick. They should just roll over and show them their belly, right? They got fucking Eddie fucking Linguini playing under the fucking center, whatever they're doing, right? That doesn't make any sense to take the 2-11 team versus a team that's fighting for their playoff lives. Should I do it, Jake? Should I do it?
Paul would be very proud.
If I take the Giants, I'm not going to get crazy here. I like the Panthers. No, I don't. I don't like any of this shit.
Panthers are favored in that game.
I know. That's a kind of weird thing. God damn it. All right, I got to go Baker Mayfield. I got to go with my guy here. Go in
Yeah.
there. Yeah, he's going to age Captain Comeback a couple of years with all of his shenanigans. I think this is the time of year the Raiders fall apart. They're +4 at home. I'm going to take the Falcons. I just feel like the Raiders fall apart. This is the time, their Christmas gift every year to the ridiculous loyalty of that Raider fan base is to just shit the bed. Shit the bed. I'll take the Bears getting 7. I'll fucking take any game. Man, you pick a game. I'll give you a pick. How many more do I have?
1.
Well, if you take the Bears, that's your 4th.
Dude, how good is that Bills
Oh, wait.
Lions
Oh,
game
the
today?
Bears 4th. Yeah, sorry.
That was my 4th?
Yeah, Bills Lions.
And what? Have I picked 3 or 4? I'm in a spin here, people.
You
How
picked
many?
4.
I picked 4. All right, well, there you go.
4.
Isn't that easy?
Bills Lions is a great game, though. That's definitely the game of the week. That's gonna be awesome.
All right, now what do you think, Jake? Okay, fuck this game. Okay, this game is just like all
Which
the
game?
possessions. This game is just like all the possessions in your apartment. It's meaningless, Jake. Okay, we don't care about that, Jake. We care about you and what's going on behind those glasses. Come playoff time. Okay, with the refs just fucking back massaging the fucking Chiefs every week. Now, I don't think that they're going to take them to the promised land. Although, what does the NFL have for a storyline? Let's look at the storylines. Okay, on the way back. Okay, on the front burner, the main dish. You got the Chiefs. Can they three-peat? And fucking, what's her face is going to be up there, and Travis Kelce. And take your helmet off in the end zone, it's okay, right? They're the hot chick in the NFL. You got the Lions. They haven't won since 55. Not a sexy city. Not making America a lot of money. Not moving the needle in music. They haven't since Eminem was there, right? Before that, it was Motown. I don't need to tell you this, Jake, okay? You have a wall of fucking... wax that would scare Questlove.
Ted Nugent, right between Motown and Eminem.
Ted Nugent, there you go. Ted Nugent, before he got all political. What happens to every old person? They just start talking politics and you have to get out of the room. All right, then I would say, then you got the Bills with their lake effect snow. I'm be honest with you. My generation, we just can't care about them anymore. Okay, we watched them go to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row. We listened to their sad stories. We listened to them building them up that they were somehow heroes because they didn't study in high school and then got blue-collar jobs. All right? And then they come back years later with ravishing Rick Rude fucking pants and jump on tables. All right? It's a fucking clown show up there.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for Josh Allen that he has to try to drive that clown car out of the fucking lake. So those are the 3 stories I feel. And then for whatever reason, the Ravens, even though their record isn't that good, I think that they could upset somebody. Gun to your head, Jake. Okay, before you say who you think's going to win the Super Bowl, just so you add credibility, can you please take your glasses off and do one of these? And then tell me. That's the Walter Cronkite. I don't think this war is winnable. Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
I think it's going to come down to the Chiefs and the Bills. Whoever wins that game, I think they're on a collision course, and I think one of those two, whoever makes the Super Bowl is going to win. I don't believe in Detroit, just because they have Jared Goff. I just don't think he's like a Super Bowl winning quarterback, even though he's made a Super Bowl.
I believe in Jared Goff. I just get nervous on their 4th down calls.
They
went still doing that.
They went for it 5 times last week against Green Bay, I think it was. So it's great when it works, but it's really risky. He went for it on his own 30 on one of them. So
I know. And was there ever a bigger statement that the prevent defense doesn't work? He was so terrified of giving them the ball back with 41 fucking seconds left that they were going to get the ball in the 20 or wherever they start now. And we're somehow, realistically, you got to get to the other teams at least 35.
Right.
That's like a 53. Anything beyond that, that's like, it's hitting a moonshot. And he in 43 seconds, they're going to do that because they're going to give him 20 yards, and that bullshit that they cover the sidelines, it just doesn't work. So,
well, it's crazy.
So you're saying no surprises in the AFC playoffs. You're saying it's everybody thinks it's going to be Bills, Chiefs. You don't think nothing in there. No surprise.
You don't think the Ravens? I think the Ravens.
Ravens with that defense.
They have the tools to win. That they have the tools to like win that one game. Like they have like they've got everybody. They've got Derrick Henry. They got Zay Flowers. They got Lamar Jackson. It's a physical team. They could do it. I think they could. But
that'd be the team.
Andrew, you know what you could do? You could put a fucking suit on with what you just said and say that on any one of those sports channels, and no one would know that you weren't supposed to be there.
Get a contract.
They got
I could have just made
win
that up.
The one game.
Yeah.
That was fucking amazing. The only thing that was missing was scores on a ticker tape underneath you.
The only other story there could be is the Eagles. They've won 9 in a row.
What a bunch of garbage!
Oh, God.
No, it wasn't. It was good. It was good stuff.
Good. It was very good.
Look they froze him in the thing. They're so nervous about what he was saying. I'll tell you, I believe in Jared Goff. I think like what people are forgetting is last year, Jared Goff was a victim of a call. Like that going forward on that fourth down and not getting it changed the momentum of that game and all of that stuff. And then they all got happy feet. I think Jared Goff, with the tools he has and all of that type of stuff, my only thing is that this going forward on fourth down shit, like every drive you're acting like there's 2 minutes left in the game and you're down by 4 points. That to me is their Achilles heel. But I 100% believe in Jared Goff, and I think he could be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I don't believe in the Bills. I feel like they had their team a few years ago, and I don't know. They've just been really fucking erratic this year. So
yeah,
who knows? The playoffs.
What do you think on the NFC side? What do you think on the NFC side, Jake?
It's tough. I mean, Detroit should make it, but Philadelphia looks really good. It all just depends on like how the bracket shapes up, because I think there are certain teams that match up better with Detroit, and I think.
How can you say Philadelphia looks really good? They haven't had a good season. They almost lost to the Panthers this past week, Jake. Where's your head right now?
They won 9 in a row. They've won 9 in a row, and
they're 11-2
for 2,000 yards. They're going to be a tough out in the playoffs, and I think Green Bay is a sneaky team as well.
Yeah, Green Bay could upset somebody. I go back and forth with that Nick Sirianni guy. Sometimes I'm rooting for him because I see the mental mess he is, and I relate to it. But what I don't like is when he wins. I don't like all that shit talking he does. I just, that's why I almost don't want him to win, because if he does that, like I was so nervous when whatever play he called and then he went to the camera and went and fucking nodded like that. I'm like, oh my God. Are all coaches, all the Bill Belichick's of tomorrow, all the next Nick Sirianni's and all that, did they see that and they're going to be like, that's what I'm going to do? And the funny thing is he's nodding like that, and so much of their shit is just analytics. It's some nerd with a fucking computer told him what to do in that point of the game, and then you're going to nod. So we got to the point when I was growing up, there was a half dozen guys that were like sort of flashy guys. Billy White Shoes Johnson, Hollywood Henderson, Butch Johnson. There was a handful of guys that had end zone celebrations and fucking whatever. And then it became everybody when you went to the end zone. Within 10 years of that, you had the Icky Shuffle. Everybody had you had Dion doing his little fucking thing, and everybody had their thing. And then the Jerome Bettis generation, you celebrated a first down.
Right.
And then somewhere in there, a field goal kicker celebrated something, jumped up the air and blew out his ACL. But there was always been a hard line between the players and the coaches, and the coaches never did it. Although Rex Ryan came close until he threw his headset down on the ground and got a desk job, right?
Dan Campbell's doing it now.
Well, dude, by the way, did he have a cold last week? He looked like fucking Rudolph with that red nose. He looked like he drank a whole bottle of bourbon. No, I don't think the Lions coach is going to do it. My prediction is if the Eagles ever win it, the amount of sideline nodding and celebrating that Nick Sirianni, however you say his name, is going to do, within 2 generations of coaches, they're all going to be doing it. And then your generations are going to be like, I miss the old NFL where you just quietly called plays. And people only did the moonwalk when they got a 3-yard rush.
He's gonna dance in the end zone with the team. That's the new coach.
Oh yeah, he'll get a, instead of a sneaker deal, you get like a headset deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's where that's kind of where I am. I'm not to lie to you guys. Like I missed the NFL last week. I didn't watch any of it. I just I'm slipping away. The same way I stopped watching the news, I feel like I'm just sort of falling away. I don't relate to it anymore. Like an NBA game to me looks like a fucking shoot around where people are guarding you. It's like they're just running from the 3-point arc. And listen, I'm not being a dick here. It's the greatest era of shooting I've ever seen. Some 8-foot goof can hit like a 3-pointer like 10 feet behind the line. It's incredible. But it's just like they go down the court. 3-pointer, down the court, 3-pointer, down the court. It's same shot. Euro step, drop step.
I still can't watch the amount of traveling in the NBA. And I remember I've said that to people. And actually, Bartnick had a funny line. He was just like, he goes, but that's like my dad's complaint. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like that. If you grew up in the 80s, 90s, like that's a travel. Like that's a travel. Like it is.
It's good. You know what I miss hearing? His creativity around the basket. And that's when you would go in there. There was another set. There was a 7-footer from the other team, maybe a power forward, and your 7-footer, and you had to fucking go in. When was the last time you saw a double pump this side of the rim, underneath, reverse layup, in fucking traffic, somebody trying to take your head off? I miss the physicality of the game.
Yeah, it's because they all take charges now. So they'll take a charge hoping to get an offensive foul, and then the guy going in's on his like 3rd step, so he doesn't have, I don't know, maybe he's got more inertia, but like, yeah, it's the paint's a whole different game. They used to work it in and out of the paint, like semi-pro there when he like keeps passing back and forth. I don't have it. But they used to do that.
Yeah, pick and roll or something. Well, I think what really changed the game though was the fact that the defensive player can get called for 3 seconds in his own end.
Yeah.
That's like telling the goalie he can only be between the pipes for fucking the post for 3 seconds. It's insane. I can't guard my own goal.
All 5 guys should be able to stand in there with their hands up.
No. No, because there was a point in the 80s where that's why they initially came up with the 3-second rule for the offensive player, because the guys got so big. I remember that Sports Illustrated did an article saying, are they outgrowing the game? And it showed the Celtics front 3, where it was Burr, who was 6'9", McHale was 6'11", and Parrish was 7 foot tall, which was like a big deal back then. And so it was getting rid of some of that. So like, I'm not saying there weren't problems in the game when I was growing up, but I think they'll fix it if I hope they do, because I love basketball. It's an incredible, I love all the sports. They're incredible games, but I feel like the owners are, they've reached maximum density with their fan bases, and offense sells the game. So they're just, I don't know what they're doing with it. Or you know what? I'm probably just old, is what it is. Anyway.
Yeah, the talent's there though. The
talent is 100% there. I think Steph Curry is the Jordan of this era, because he changed the game.
Do you think he's past Magic?
You got to change the game. Like whenever they say Kobe, rest his soul, or LeBron is better than Jordan, it's like what I always is, he didn't change the game. The game is still the same. But then also, when people from my generation say LeBron couldn't play back, and the guy looks like a defensive lineman. He'd be playing the game physically, and he would be of the mindset of the era, right? And he would basically be like Anthony Mason scoring, 40 points. Like LeBron would have been great on those early Knicks teams, those early 90s Knicks teams. And he's just playing the game the way it's played today. He definitely would have adjusted because he would have had to. What's he going to be? Some 7-foot goof working at the Gap? He would be like, all right, this is how the game's played. I'm going to play it this way.
It's also the era where players take a little more liberty over like the coach's orders, which I feel like probably maybe happened like in the 90s. But like LeBron literally plays every position. Like you can watch a different possession and he's playing a different position. You're not always under center, but I'm just saying like he's taking the ball in every way. Do you guys want to do a quick Monday night special? It's Raiders Falcons.
All right, I'm going to hedge my bet, go against me. What is the spread? Is it 4 or is it 3?
4. Falcons are giving 4 to the Raiders. We got Kirk Cousins and is it Carr?
No, Carr is
Mark Van Egan Jr.
It's gotta be
I'm not Carr.
Carr's with the Saints, man.
Yeah. Sorry.
Mitch Trubisky.
I think they have Aiden O'Connell or somebody bad. I just know
that's right.
All right, Kirk Cousins scores points. Okay, he did it in Indianapolis. He did it in Minnesota,
Ritter.
Right? Is that what this guy's career's been? I'll take Kirk Cousins to throw one.
What if we took one to throw an interception? Because he does turn it over quite a lot.
It's Desmond Ritter for the Raiders.
I like the first name. I don't like the second name. The first name sounds like a touchdown. The second name sounds like a sitcom star. Desmond Ritter. No relation to John. Rest his soul. Do you ever watch the pilot of Three's Company? Like, Chrissy totally wanted to bang him, and they fucking got rid of that storyline because she was so coming on to him. He would have fucked her by the 3rd episode. And then where do you go? Nowhere to go. Yeah. He should have gone after Janet. That's my opinion. All right. All right. Kirk Cousins to throw one. And I can't go wild like with an interception because that's not fair to Virzi. Virzi wants to win here, but he's not here to tell me the names of the players.
Right.
Who's there? William Andrews right now at running back.
Bijan.
Yeah, Bijan. The Falcons have Bijan Robinson.
Do they ever run it in anymore?
Only
What's
with
the
Derrick
over-under?
Henry.
What's the over-under? The housewife bet.
44.
Under?
Most of the money's on the over.
I like the under then. This has boring game. This has boring game written all over it.
I think under is great.
Yeah. Okay. So Cousins, the under.
We need a third.
What's the odds of Streaker makes it out to the 15-yard line?
If it's in Vegas, we can get probably good money on that.
Dude, that's a prop bet. We could fix that, man. Jake, if you're willing to do it. Wear one of those Mexican wrestling masks over and have a cape on and just run out there and we'll just bury the Streaker bet.
Just a little insider trading.
Yeah, that's all.
We're politicians.
Hey, it's an entertainment league, Vegas. It's an entertainment league. Was that not? Are you not entertained?
Yeah, that would be entertaining.
Dude, if you put your glasses on the outside of the mask, immediate legend. All right. What else? Give me something to bet.
So we got you want to do under Kirk Cousins to throw one?
Kirk Cousins, and then
well, they have we could do receivers, maybe the yards or running backs. The Raiders have a good tight end.
Drake London.
Yeah, that's on the Falcons.
Brock Bowers.
I'll let you guys pick one. Pick something because I have no ideas on this. What do you
I
guys
would do
like for the
something
last
with
thing?
I do something with Bijan Robinson. He's a really good player, but I don't
about-
know what the yards are.
It's 80.5, so you can go over 80.5 rushing yards.
What's the anytime touchdown?
No, under.
80 is a big number, yeah.
80 is a big number. So that'll be the 3. Hey, by the way, I was hanging with this old school guy. I used to work in Vegas when the mob was there. And he told me, you know what they called the half a point?
The hook?
Yes, I'd never heard that. The hook.
Yeah.
And I can't say what he said, but he said the hook. You can fill in the blanks. The hook has killed more so-and-sos than so-and-so. You just go into history and just fill in those blanks. That would be the end of my career. It's not my saying, but I don't even want to repeat it. But that was the saying out there.
Seeing as how the show made CNN last week, we can.
How fucking gross was that? That those fucking assholes
on
on CNN sat around acting like they actually were confused or surprised by the reaction that people don't like CEOs, and then them sitting there like they were going to get down to the bottom of it. It's like these CEOs are behaving the way they are because guys like you are not doing your job because you're not journalists on CNN or Fox. No. You're not. You guys are treasonous people who are sucking the corporate cock, and you're fucking looking the other way. And then when, like, you know, an athlete says something or a fucking soap opera star tweets something or some regular guy hoards hand sanitizer in their fucking garage, you act like that's the reason the country's going to shit. But meanwhile, you can still charge $600 for a pill when you got leukemia. Go fuck yourselves. CNN and Fox News. Fuck all of those pieces of shit.
It did say promo code Burr, which is hilarious. Because it was right on CNN. It's like BetMGM promo code Burr, and just like bounce pass.
I gotta tell you, one of the funniest things ever to me is that Anderson Cooper has a podcast. It's like, you don't have enough money. It's like TV, you're on CNN. You're a Vanderbilt. You get hammered in Times Square every year with what's his face.
Andy.
You got to go and take stamps.com money out of some feature act's pocket. Jesus, Anderson. And I love the headphones too. So you know it's his podcast.
The average like CNN show gets like and that just the numbers that they report is like I'll say less than most of the shows less than the average Monday morning podcast. It's insane.
Wow. Shots fired.
Anyways,
listen,
all right.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do next? Are you going to put together 20 minutes and start going on the fucking road? This week we got Anderson Cooper. Next week we got
Sebastian.
We got Bill Burr coming here. Dude, and then I show up. Dude, Anderson had to add shows. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, Bill, can you do some morning radio? We had Anderson Cooper here last week. He's doing stand-up? No, he did a live podcast. He sold out this arena twice.
He's selling out so hard. He's just doing like bits about like his wife, even though he's not married and he's gay.
Dude, if he did a live podcast, they would have that little fucking Oriental rug with the chair, and he would have some sort of drink and no tie. So you know that he's fucking loosening up, right? This isn't CNN's Anderson Cooper. This is hanging out Anderson Cooper, who's still not going to call out these fucking pieces of shit. It is depressing, and it was fucking great. You watched, though. They're already starting to say this Luigi kid was an anti-capitalist because what they want to do is they don't want us to identify with him. They don't want red and blue came together. Working class red and blue came together. Fuck CEOs. Okay? And now what they're going to do is try to divide us again. And there's bots probably already doing it on Instagram. I'm telling you, these people should be in jail for treason.
Somebody said it's the first radical centrist shooting. That was kind of funny because both people, they were trying to pin him. They were like, look at all these right wing people he follows. And then people were like, well, look at all left wing people. Like the guy was quoting Ted Bundy, or not Ted Bundy, Kaczynski, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, you know.
Yeah, they're trying to make him seem like he's mentally insane to make it look like, oh, this is some crazy murderer. But I don't know.
He might have been a little off. You might have been a
Well,
little
I mean,
off.
I guess you have to be.
Hey, dude, you got to be a little off to do it where, to succeed in
No,
life.
I
You got to be a
understand.
little
Yeah,
crazy.
sure.
Yeah.
You got to have a little delusionment.
You want to leave a legacy?
I mean, he had a whole hit list like he was going to get to those other guys. Well, scratch that guy off the list. Doopy doopy doo. Like he was going to.
Like he was going shopping.
You know what I love? You know what I love about people is people are complicated. Just and you can't pin them down. Somebody like they posted like, wow, like he was really like well spoken and well thought, and then they posted a picture of him with a beer can hitting it against his head, cracking it and pounding it. Not even around friends, just like in the corner of like a party. I was just like, yeah, everybody's everybody.
Yeah. It's called layers.
Yeah. He's an intellect.
No, people who watch my act, they think I just walk around the whole fucking day. It's like, no, I don't. Sometimes I'm just sitting in the corner quietly, wondering what the fuck happened in the last 40 years. All right, I have to go. I got bullshit I got to do. All right, that's the podcast. God bless all of you on both sides. Don't let them divide you. Don't trust those fucking news channels, all right? Think for yourselves, you dumb cunts. All right.
All right.
Kidding. I include myself in that. All right, I'll see you guys later.